Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, I have a New Orleans Pelicans rebuild battle against another My League YouTuber known as Crushables. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-season rebuild, and in the link description below, there's a link to his channel, his rebuild, and also a straw poll. So once you are done watching both of the series, you got to go on that straw poll, and you got to vote to see who had the better team, man. So yes, 3 seasons. We got the Pelicans. Also, if you guys can do me a quick favor and please drop a like on this video, would be greatly appreciated. Trying to hit that 1,000 like mark. And as always, check out the second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. But yeah, man, so the Pelicans, very interesting. We also both traded for all of their current Lakers draft picks that they got in the Anthony Davis trade, so we got all that going on for us too, man. But yes, so 3 seasons. There's a few things we got to keep in mind for this. The good thing about this team is that it's extremely young. So, like, a lot of these players, although I will say, man, I'm probably going to be cleaning house. Like, for me to build, like, a godly team, Brandon Ingram's good, but I feel like I can get some better players from him via trade. You know, JJ Redick's great. He's 35. So in 3 seasons, when my final roster is assembled, like, I cannot have a 38-year-old JJ Redick. So I might as well get some sort of value for him in this video, right, man? Of course, Alonzo Ball's good, but I might be able to do better than him too, man. You know, there's we got a lot of good pieces out there. But regardless, I do think I'm going to keep Zion, though. Like, Zion, I know in 2K19, absolute beast. Like, always gets all NBA first or second team. So I think he'll be up, especially in 3 seasons, like, he'll be good to go, man. So the first thing I want to do is I want to try to get, like, some young players out there. Like, my first mindset is to get good young all-star, superstar caliber players. And then it's like sometimes you got to take on some bad contracts to do so, but also sometimes you can get pretty lucky and get some decent ones. So I know for a fact the first player I'm going to go for to team up with Zion Williamson is going to be Devin Booker. I feel like Devin Booker, he does have a pretty large contract, but the good thing is, though, man, is he's only 22. He's 87 overall. So if I really invest in him and use some training camps on him, I do feel like by the end of 3 seasons, I can get him like a 92 overall type of player. And like his contract, I mean, 25, you know, it's not the greatest contract. It's not the worst either, though, man. So yes, Devin Booker, how many trade offers? We got 3 trade offers. So we got one of Drew Holiday, Etuan Moore, and a first-round pick for Devin Booker and Ricky Rubio. I don't mind that trade. I don't absolutely want Ricky Rubio, but we could use him for trade bait later on if needed. But I mean, it's like Ricky could be like our backup point guard, and that would be great to have, you know, just for this entire video. We got Zion on doing that, and Lonzo and Drew Holiday. So yeah, I'm definitely would trade Etuan Moore in a first-round pick over Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo, I could probably get another good player for him, man. So I'm going to do this trade right here. Drew Holiday, I like his game, but by the time he's 32, 33 years of age, he's probably going to regress as a player. So yes, we're going to do that trade off the bat. Next up, another player I really want to go for. I think for this one, I might actually have to do a trade finder, but he does play for the Atlanta Hawks, and that is Trae Young. Trae Young, another one of those guys. Think about him. He's got the 2-year contract with the team option on it. So it's like for this entire video, he's only going to get paid about $6 million, which is fantastic. So if I can get him for like a good trade, here we get Brandon Ingram, JJ Redick for Trae Young. It's like there's our point guard of the future. He's going to really just progress nicely alongside Zion and also Devin Booker. Defensively, it's not the greatest out there, but I mean, I think this is an okay trade. I don't want, you know, Evan Turner, it's an expiring contract, not that big a deal. But yes, I'm going to get Trae Young as my starting point guard for this team. So we got that next up on this list. Okay, I think I want to start trading some of those draft picks too. Like, I would love to get maybe a bit of a better center. So I am going to do a trade, or really a small forward too. There's one small forward I actually really want a lot, though. I'm going to go for him right now just because, like, you know, Rocco right here, great contract, 3 years, $36 million. That's really nice. That's, what, $11 million per season. He's only 28, so he should be good by the time he's 31 by the end of this rebuild. So it's like he could either be our starting small forward, really help with this team defensively, because, of course, our backcourt a little weak on defense, or eventually we get a better option. He just becomes a 6th man off the bench, and that's just as good, right? So we got Derek Favors. Here's Jackson Hayes. Now, Jackson Hayes, somebody I could definitely work on development. We got Alexander Walker, Evan Turner. We also get Dieng back in the deal. We get Ricky Rubio. We got Evan. Oh, there's the trade. That's too easy, man. Frank Jackson, Evan Turner, and a draft pick for Dieng and Robert Covington. So we're going to do that one. I like it. I think there's also another important thing to note right here is that the next free agency class is very weak. So it's not like I'm trying to, like, get ready contracts this season to try to get somebody really good, because there just really isn't any. But, like, Pascal Siakam's on there, who would be nice. But I mean, like, you know, it's whatever. Next up, let's do a trade of Derek Favors. I'm going to toss in Lonzo Ball, and I'm going to start trading some of these Laker picks. So we got, I guess we'll go with, here we go. It's not going to let me do trade all those picks. Okay, it's fine. We can only do 3 at a time. Derek Favors, Lonzo Ball for Eric Bledsoe, Brook Lopez. Not doing that. Could get Brandon Ingram right back on the squad. We got Buddy Hield. And you also get Harrison Barnes out of it. I think Harrison Barnes' rating would probably actually go up at the small forward position also. Plus, Buddy Hield is like a 6-man off the bench. Currently my shooting guard is Devin Booker. So yeah, Buddy Hield would definitely have to be a 6-man. Here we get Miles Turner and TJ Warren. I definitely need a center. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, this is a nice trade too. But I just don't really need CJ. You know, I think I'm going to go with Miles Turner. I feel like him alongside Zion is actually the perfect fit. Just because, like, Miles Turner, you know, from his standpoint, he can go out there and space the floor, plays great defense, so he definitely helps with that. And, like, it's not giving up too much. Plus, once again, he's on a very nice contract. 4 years, $18 million a season for a starting caliber center. And then, of course, we get TJ Warren, probably to come off the bench. I imagine Rocco would be our starting small forward, and then TJ off the bench. Probably go with that, but we'll see what the lineup's looking like. So, yeah, they actually want to start TJ. I'm going to go with Rocco just for defensive purposes. Now, the bench unit's not too bad. I think we could definitely do a little bit better, though. I'd like to get a better starting center. Or, I'm sorry, backup center. So, I think what I'm first going to do, though, is I'm going to toss Jackson Hayes into the G League. Just because, like, eventually I still think he can become something on this team. Alexander Walker, assigned to G League. We'll go with that, too. Okay. Now, this first season, I'm not, like, highly concerned about. So, you know, if we got Julian Dang out there for like a front, yeah, let's do this. Because Dieng, I think he's got a little bit of a mid-range game. He's got a 73 3-point shot, 83 mid. So yeah, we'll pull with him as a power forward. It goes up to a 77 overall. That's okay. But the majority of minutes is going to go to our 5 players right here. The exception of Rocco starting. Because I know if you put Zion at small forward, he goes up a lot. So like eventually I can see myself kind of rolling with that. But for now, I'm going to keep him at power forward. And now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go over to player training. I always forget where it's at. Yep. Or player development. No, it's training. Player training. We're going to go Trae Young. Load sliders. I'm going to have him work on, where's defense at? Point forward 3 and D. That's not it. 2 to 4. I'm going to have him and Devin Booker both work on being lockdown players. Like, I feel like if I get there, because their offense is already good. Like, we don't got to worry about developing that anymore. If we can get this going, here we'll go 3 and D shooting guards. So that way, Booker will continue working on his 3-point shot, too. Like, that's absolutely perfect. Miles Turner. I'm going to have him working on being just more like an outside big. You know, just like become like the new school Brook Lopez. You know what Brook Lopez does for the Milwaukee Bucks? Do that for us, except you're younger, more athletic, and maybe a better shooter. Is he? No, I mean, Brook Lopez can make a splash, man. He can make a splash. Okay. I guess besides for that, man, we're probably pretty much good to go. I can't really think of any other big-time changes to make as of right now. Eventually, I'll probably trade away some of these draft picks to try to beef up our bench a little bit, but we're going to hold off that for right now, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season. See how good this team is, see how they develop, and just move on to the next one. Okay, so a record of 46 and 35, all things considered, with just like the age of the team and everything, and also playing the Western Conference. That is not a bad record at all, man. That is not a bad record. I did end up putting TJ Warren as the starting small forward because Rocco was kind of struggling out there, so maybe him coming off the bench is probably good enough, which also leaves me open to being able to potentially improve the small forward position as we go through this rebuild right here, guys. We do got Zion Williamson as Rookie of the Year, 23 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists per game. Absolutely beasted and feasted out there. Got the All-NBA first team in the first season, All-NBA second looking like that, and All-NBA third. So no big-time complaints about the squad right now. We are the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Let's go to the player stats on the season. So Devin Booker was actually leading scorer at 24 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Now we know his stat line. Trae Young, 20 points, 8 assists. Like, this big three is big time, man. It's definitely big time. And then Miles Turner was nice with the 9 rebounds, 1 steal, about 2 blocks per game. Scoring was, 12 points per game. Can't complain about that either. And then Ricky and Robert were both great for us off the bench. So, yes, I'm definitely liking this first season. I'll say it's a success. Now, we win the championship the first season. I mean, it's just game over, right? No, not really. Simulate playoffs. We'll see how this goes. I'm not expecting to get past the Denver Nuggets. Now, if it does happen, that'd be crazy. But, yeah, no way we win the NBA Finals this video. That's for sure. And we actually got to the second round. We do have the Clippers. No way we get past Kawhi and Paul George. We're down 2 games to 1, down 3-1. Yeah, we're going to get eliminated. It's all good. So second round in the first season. I'll take him, man. I'll definitely take it. It's very hard to win a championship in the Western Conference, you know, unless you're one of like the top tier teams already and like rebuilding one of those. But we do got the Clippers and the 76ers. And hey, at least we lost to the champions, right? There's something to be said about that, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. So we are going to go to staff signing and try to find a better coach for this team. So yeah, I actually like Rick Carlisle a lot. Alvin Gentry's not a bad coach. I also like these pace and space, but you know, I'd rather get somebody with like a higher like offense and defense rating. And I'm thinking Rick Carlisle is probably the guy for me. Balanced system, A- offense, B+ defense. He's been a great coach for years, man. He's been coaching for what, about 20 years now, it seems like, if not longer than that. Also gotta get ourselves a great trainer. Because of course we got so much young talent, so that'll be a good way to improve things. We're gonna go with Nicholas Foster, B+ training. And yep, we got enough to throw him the bank. So we got him signed up. I really don't know what CFO does. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Never really do. NBA draft, not going to worry about that, man, because for one, it would not be a good draft pick anyway. And plus, we ended up trading it, I believe, in the Devin Booker trade. So yeah, we don't even have our first rounder. So that's fine. It's all good. The rookie signings. Oh, damn, we got Tony Carr, 75 overall. This dude's a 74. Yo, give me Tony Carr. What's he, a point guard? Yeah, he's a point guard, shooting guard. Oh, okay, it gives us too many players. That's all right. Didn't really want him all that much. Like, I was just going to take him on, but it's fine. We got Trae Young and Josh Hart both back on the team. So Trae Young on the 2-year option, which is just big time for us overall. Qualifying looking like that. Nothing going on there. Okay, so moratorium period. The only player I can see myself going for is Pascal Siakam. And that way I can just put Zion at small forward. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, we are negative $62 million. There's no way we are going to be trading or getting Pascal Siakam on the team. We're not really going to be doing too much, guys. Like, it's really not going to be too much going on here. I am going to look at some trades here. TJ Warren. Jackson Hayes is actually an 81 overall now. It might actually be worth trading him for something. You know, if Miles Turner is going to be my long-term center anyway. I'm going to see. I'm just going to look. And I'm going to toss in the Lakers. Okay, don't let me toss in the Lakers first. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't let you. Okay, what do we got? We got TJ, Jackson, Ricky. So really, I would want a small forward. I think small forward, which Tobias Harris. I give him a lot of my videos, man. But that's because I like him so much. Gordon Hayward, John Collins. You know what? We go John Collins at the 4. Could put Zion at 3. I already like that trade. And I know it's a meme at this point to get John Collins in a rebuild. But I mean, when I'm trying to build the best team possible, I'm going to try to build the best team possible. Because, Richard would be nice. I also got to give up Rubio, though. I don't know if I really want to do that. I'm going to get John Collins, guys. He's 85 overall. I think he also has the 2-year team option, so that's going to help, you know, financially. And Zion goes up as small forward. What more could I want? What more could I possibly want? So, with that being said, I'm going to get Jahlil Okafor back, I think. Go for him first. Not really any other, like, big-time players I want all that much. Like, I'm going to make things work out there as things go along. But, yes, I'm going to do my training camps real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is what the team looks like so far. I do have a few more adjustments to make. I am going to put Zion at small forward, so he goes up to an 87 overall. And that way, John Collins can start at the power forward position. So, yeah, this will be our new starting 5. And I think that's it for the old video, man. I think that's what I don't see myself really improving any more than this. Like, maybe, but probably not. I also use untapped potential on both Devin Booker to get him to like an A+ or something like that. And also on Miles Turner, because I still think he can get up to like an 86 overall in time. Bench unit, we got Rocco, Rubio, Josh Hart, Alexander Walker, and Jahlil Okafor. So what I'm seeing, man, is an opportunity here to probably trade for a better backup big, because I don't need Alexander Walker and Josh Hart together. I really just don't need both those guys. So I'm going to do a trade. See, Josh Hart, B+, 3-point shooting, A- for Alexander Walker. Let's do a trade of Josh Hart, Jahlil Okafor, and toss in another future Lakers first. I don't know why it doesn't let me do the Lakers pick every single time, man. I don't know why it doesn't let me trade him all the time, but it's kind of weird. All right, Enes Kanter. Not bad, man. Like, he would be, like, our cap space is already screwed, so we might as well just trade and get some more, because, like, Enes Kanter will be, like, the perfect 6-man. It's like we got Miles Turner out there for the defense. When we need somebody, you know, banging down low on the inside like that, Enes Kanter can do it, and he'll be locked up for the entire rest of the rebuild. So I like that so far. Could get Jackson Hayes and Jabari Parker on the team. I mean, that's actually a bit of a better trade. I don't know if I really want to trade back for a... I mean, I could. It is a rebuild battle. Ain't I get Jabari? So... Oh, bam, and Justice Winslow. Okay, Miles Bridges, Dwayne Dedmon, Marcus Morris. We're getting some crazy trades here, man. We are definitely getting some crazy trades here. Jabari and Jackson. But Jackson's only on a 1-year deal. So, does he have a team option? Oh, he has the team option too, though, man. And then Jabari, he could very well walk away after this season. But in the meantime, won't be bad as like a backup. I'm getting Jackson Hayes back on the squad, guys. I'm getting him back on the team. It's fine. We're all good. Jackson, Roberts, Ricky, Jabari, Alexander Walker, who I probably should give some minutes to here. I mean, my bench, guys, like, I do use my bench, but it's not going to, you know, we ain't going to be getting twisted out there with it, because I do want my starters playing, like, the majority out there. But, yeah, let's get, yeah, you got to play a bit more out there, man. Like, Jabari, honestly, going to be the dude, like, that's not going to be in the rotation as much. Let's get, yeah, we'll get Miles Turner about 32 a game. Damn, dude, John Collins will be playing more, too, man. John Collins got to play more too, man. John Collins, get him at like 35. 35 also for Trae Young. That's the starting 5. We'll do this. We got a 10-man rotation going for us, so nobody's going to get overly fatigued. System proficiency, 4-star system with Rick Carlisle, man. Yo, this squad is looking godly, man. And they're all locked up. They are all locked up for the rest of this rebuild, so we can just kind of focus on that. Let's go ahead and simulate this second season, man, and see what our record's looking like. So guys, there is 2 types of cheese in NBA 2K19. There is the Atlanta Hawk cheese, with no matter what you do, they are always like a top 2 or 3 seed by this season. And then of course you got the Zion cheese, where he's, like I said, man, he's always like all NBA first team. So I knew when we decided to do this team for the rebuild battle, I was going to try to combine the 2 cheeses together and make a bitch-ass cheese recipe that got me a record of 67-14 in only the second season here, guys. Plus, of course, having Devin Booker doesn't hurt either, man. Definitely does not hurt either. So we got Jokic as MVP, RJ Hampton Rookie of the Year. Here's the rest. We got Rick Carlisle, obviously Coach of the Year. All-NBA first. No Zion this time. It's All-NBA second. I'm good with that. All-NBA third looking like that, man. Okay. So, we are the first seed in the Western Conference. Let's go to player stats on the season. So we got D-Book, still a leading scorer. I knew he was going to be a great addition to this team, man, because, you know, Devin Booker literally is a walk-in bucket. If you put everybody else around him that can do everything else, you're good to go. Zion, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, about 1 to 2 steals, about 1 to 2 blocks per game as a small forward. Tricky Trae at 21. John Collins, 17 and 10, absolutely beautiful numbers. 10 and 7 for Miles Turner with about 2 blocks. Ricky Tricky at 7 points, 4 assists. And Jabari, Robert Covington, all those guys did exceptional, man. Exceptional off our bench. First round, we got the Lakers. Now, just because we're the first seed does not guarantee we'll win the championship. Very well could lose, you know, 4 games to any one of these teams in the Western Conference. And it looked like it might be the Lakers, guys. They gonna beat us? Nope, we give them 4 games to 2. Okay. Well, at least I don't have to deal with the MVP. Jokic, he won it, right? Or was it Giannis? I think Jokic won in one of the seasons. So I get Utah Jazz. We up 2-1, 3-1, looking pretty good. And 4 games to 1. We do have the Houston Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. 26 points for John Collins. Moving on, man. Simulate current round against the Rockets. Got game 1, lost game 2. We up 2-1, 2-2. Come on, guys. Get the 3-2, guys. 3-2 looking good. 4 games to 2. We're in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics. Miles Turner went off. 24-9, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I like it. I like it. Okay. Simulate current round, man. Lost game. Oh, come on, guys. Come on! Oh, wow. Okay, I thought we were about to blow a 3-1. No, I thought the Celtics actually did blow a 3-1 lead. We just won the championship 4 games to 3, man, after coming back. Zion Williamson, your finals MVP. Now, normally, you know, it's like I win the championship, I don't have to rebuild, but we did agree on 3 seasons. Wait, is this how many? I did 1? I've done 1 off season, right? Okay, there's a good chance I might have screwed this up. If I did, this is the end of the video. If not, I'm doing 1 more season just in case. I got 1 more season. I only did 1 off season so far. Yeah, okay, so we're good, man. We're good. All right, we are going to go straight to rookie signings. Not going to worry about the NBA draft here, guys. My team is pretty much set. And, yeah, I was hoping to have more. Oh, damn, we had the 7th pick in the draft. Well, damn, Jalen Johnson might find himself on the trade block pretty quick then. Team player options, get all these guys back. I like it. Qualifying, John Collins. Okay, so he does not have a team option, so we actually got to pay him his money, which I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to risk losing John Collins. I mean, I guess it very well could happen, but you know, I would prefer not to. Ooh, can I afford him? Can I actually afford him? John Collins, we do have rights on him. He's also restricted, so, like, I don't have to pay him all this money, but, you know, I'm not trying to lose out, so we're going to get him on the team. Okay, Dieng's gone. That's fine. I actually would like to get Jabari Parker back. Jabari was solid for us. May have, like, what, like 9 points off the bench, something like that. I actually don't have rights on him, so there's no guarantees I will get him on the team. Let's just get John Collins first and kind of go from there. All right, that's good. So Jabari, yeah, can I actually afford to get Jabari Parker back on the team now? That's okay. It's not like the end of the world. I mean, it just gives us like a tighter rotation, which is probably, you know, not always a bad thing anyway. Let's see. I do want to get Andre Iguodala just for the culture. It's a small contract. I like having veterans like that on the team, man. I just feel like they're good. I know I don't play with chemistry on, but my bitch ass mind I do. So we got that. All right, man. Oh, gotta get Boban. Gotta get Boban. Always gotta get Boban. All right, I am going to go do my training camps yet again, simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Might look at some small trades. We'll see about that. I think for the most part, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I will say I found a very interesting trade of Devin Booker and Jalen Johnson for Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson. I'm not going to do it. I just thought it looked kind of cool, man, but I'm not doing that because Ben Simmons, Zion on the same team, like, not great for our spacing. We could put Trae Young as shooting guard, but I don't know, man. Like, if I was doing, like, just, like, my own rebuild, I would probably have done that, but I'm not trying to risk it in this video. So, yeah, I do think this is going to be my final roster here, guys. I suppose I got room to, because Jalen Johnson's just kind of sitting there, man. Let me try this out. Let me try to package Rocco with Jalen Johnson in the future first and see if we can just get like a really like beastly backup small four. Like that's really the like that right there is. How do I not do that trade? How do I not do that trade? Darius Garland. Okay, we got Theo right there. DeAndre Hunter, TJ Morrissey. I like that one a lot. Oh my God, Marvin Bagley off the bench for us, and we get Joe Harris. Oh my God, man. Hell yeah, I'm doing that. Marvin Bagley coming off our bench, which he's actually done for the Sacramento Kings his rookie season. So I could see it happening, I guess. I suppose. Okay, that's our starting five. Marvin, Jackson, Ricky, Joe, Alexander. I can't even have him in the lineup. This is our final team here, guys. This is the final roster for this rebuild battle against Crushables. We are going to go ahead and simulate this final season and see if we can win a second straight NBA championship. So a record of 74-7. I'm so curious to see what Team Crushables actually has, just because with all those draft picks, man, it really is like a big time X factor in these rebuild battles. Because you can like trade for so many different guys in that case, right? So I definitely went the route of developing the guys, you know, getting them when they were on like the cheaper side of things, you know, their younger years, and then over the course of 3 seasons, developing them, you know, to be MVP. Zion Williamson, crazy numbers for him, guys. Jared Wade, Rookie of the Year. We got Ray Carlo, Coach of the Year, All-NBA first. One sec, guys. I don't know why it always skips like that. All-NBA first, All-NBA second, All-NBA third. It's only one player making the All-NBA team, but it's fine, man. Yo, what was this? Why is this so freaking slow, man? Okay, yeah, we got Zion also getting All-Defensive second team. So, player stats on the season. Zion this time was the leading scorer. We do got D-Book at 26 points, 7 assists. Trae Young at about 20 and 10. John Collins, Marvin Bagley, just like a two-headed beast at that power forward spot. Miles Turner, you know, his numbers did go down because a lot of the times we would kind of run the John Collins, Marvin Bagley front courts. But, you know, it's like, I love the 2 blocks. Like, he's so broad defensively, which is why I pretty much got him on the team. Jackson Hayes, who's now at 85 overall, he just kind of like, there wasn't enough minutes for all the talent we had. Plus, Boban still averaged 1 point per game, getting 0 minutes. I don't know how we, you know, man, figure that one out. But here we go. Simulate current rounds. It's all about getting them championships, though, right, man? It's all about getting those championships. Damn, we got a freaking 85 and 86 overall off our bench. All right. 4-1 against Utah. Very nice, very nice. Moving on. Phoenix Suns. No more Devin Booker, though. I got to see what their team's looking like. I don't remember who I traded Devin Booker for. Wasn't it Drew Holiday? Like, that was a big yikes trade by the Phoenix Suns. But you know what? I'm trying to win it all, man. Trying to win it all. Was he even? He's not on the team now. Maybe he's returned. Yeah, there he is. Drew Holiday. Oh, man. Simulate current round against the Houston Rockets. Got game 1. Lost game 2. Come on, guys. Get the 3-1, man. Get the 3-1. Okay, I'm feeling good. And as appropriately, we do have the Detroit Pistons as an 8th seed. just like laying itself out there for me, saying like, yo, Crispy, please come and sweep us as the 8th seed here in the NBA Finals. Just come sweep us, man. Simulate current round. Let's get them, guys. And there's the sweep. We got the Pelicans, NBA champion, Zion Williamson, your finals MVP, 28 points, 17 rebounds. And there it is, guys. There is the final roster. I guess we'll go to the actual ratings so you guys can see all that. It was one hell of a team, man. It was definitely one hell of a team. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to vote in the straw poll. Check out Crushable's channel, his video, to see how his team was. And peace out, guys.